Hi guys, thanks for joining me and welcome to my channel. My name is Varush. This is the Pick a Card channel. I know some people have questions about this. So yes, this is my channel and go subscribe down below. And so this is a Pick a Card channel in which we do only Pick a Card readings. This is your Pick a Card reading for 1 year ahead in love. So we're going to take a look at where your love is going a year from now. And so I'm excited to be here. We have 3 options, 1, 2, and 3 to choose from, and I also have 3 colors that you can kind of choose between. So we have red, I know it's kind of faded into the background, we have blue, and we have green. So you can kind of see which light is actually best for you, or which one you feel the most comfortable with. One of the aspects of Pick a Card that I've been doing for years here on YouTube is that there is a concept called frequency switching, in which you choose a different frequency than the one that you get the first time through. This is something I introduced as a concept in Pick a Card readings many years ago when I was doing Pick a Card, and I noticed recently somebody took it and changed the name and tried to present it as their brainchild, but it was actually done already here. So anyway, if you are interested, the way it works is if you are interested in choosing a different path, a different trajectory, you have full right to choose a different option once you listen to yours. So you can choose 1, 2, or 3. You can either decide right there and then and say, this is not the lessons or the opportunities I want to see in my life right now, and actively choose one of the 2 different options. Or you can live your life for the next 3 to 6 months and see how it feels, and then come back and choose another option. Or if another situation comes back, you can choose this for Billy, this for Millie, and then this for Trilly, you know. So you can, when you meet Trilly, you can say, oh, what's it going to be like? Come back to this video and see that trajectory. This is a timeless reading, which means you can watch it anytime. I hope it helps, and I really enjoyed doing it for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you again. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye. Hi guys, thanks for joining me and welcome to my channel. This is your reading for love a year from now. This is your red 1 option. If you're jumping straight into the videos, I really suggest that you watch the intro because it has special instructions for you. But let's take a look at your reading now. So your first message is, we have the 5 of Swords. There was a history of having a lot of disagreement between yourself and other people, but I feel like you're moving very quickly past those feelings now. It's almost like in childhood you had experienced degrees of sadness or not being able to convince other people about exactly what is going on for you or how things are going on, and so you felt yourself helpless. At this point, a year from now, you are going to in some way be able to face those fears and face those problems. So you're really beginning to improve in your relationship to success, and feeling that you are not lost, that you have not lost. We have the Queen of Pentacles. She's a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Secondary transits in water, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. This Queen of Pentacles knows her boundaries, and this is the energy that you are drawing on from a year from now. Maybe you have achieved certain things that are financially successful, and now you feel more secure, more confident in your position and in your circumstances, so you are proud of that. But I feel like you're really calling the shots. You're saying, this is not right for me, or this is the way that I want to go. As you can see, there's a baby in her hand, so some of you are going to have children in the next year, in which case, congratulations. Maybe some of you felt afraid to have children, but you actually decided to go ahead and have a child. So if you have chosen to have a child, good luck. Or maybe it's another project. It's a project that you have created, a project that you feel successful in. Here is the next message. We have the Tower. So it's a breakthrough moment. The Tower represents a breakthrough, breakthrough, an opportunity to see things beyond what has failed in the past in a confident setting, choosing what you want, defining it, going for it, and finding the appropriate person or people to support you in that route. The next message is the Page of Wands. There's someone who's coming into your life who wants to have a journey. They are a Sag, a Leo, or an Aries. Secondary transits in Earth, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. This person is on a journey. They're very youthful. They're very young. I feel like this person in some way wants to explore the world. They may be in some way really preoccupied with travel in their life. They may be a stage in their life when they want to travel, when they want to explore. The next message is the Lover's card. There is a very romantic feeling between you and this other person, but it's not necessarily romantic in the sense of like lust. It can be actually platonic, like a romantic feeling of travel, living life, having an adventure. This person could be a family member, or it could be a relationship, but I feel like you are bonded by experience. You are bonded by travel, experience. As you break away from things of the past, you have shed the past, you have shed old attachments, and you're embarking on a new journey, on a new possibility. Here is the next message. We have the Magician. So I feel as though you have been supported and will continue to be supported by a person of great means. I feel like in some way there is someone who has your back, who is protecting you so that you can move forward in the directions that you want to create. So you have in some way someone who's kind of spotting you, like a big brother or a friend. It would be like it's someone who watches your back. It could be a big sister, that kind of thing, and trying to help you see a specific direction. The next message is the Six of Swords. This is about moving on from certain things and attachments in the past. I do feel as though this is the confidence to rise up and to define for yourself what you deserve and what you want. The next message is the Knight of Pentacles. He's a Virgo, a Taurus, or Capricorn. Secondary transits in air, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. You have made a drastic movement or a drastic gesture in the last year to change your life for the better. This includes bringing new energy into your life and not allowing static energy to persist, trying to grow beyond that which is comfortable. This has proven to be successful. There's the Six of Wands. There could be a very romantic journey between you and someone else. Not all of you are going to have love in the kind of romance and love. When I say romantic, it's almost like, it can be like Thelma and Louise, hopefully without driving over the cliff at the end, but a very romantic journey, a trip that you want to take, something to do with bonding. Here is the next message. We have the Five of Wands. This produces for you a significant amount of stress. You will have to make a decision at the end of this period about what you're going to do, whether you're going to stay in the circumstances that are familiar, they have their own benefits in your life, or if it's going to be time for you to face the unknown, maybe in a new direction. In fact, some of you may choose to switch up your orientation in terms of who you date. You may have a relationship with someone who you never had before, maybe from a different gender than you've ever had before. Some of you, that will be a drastic change too. We have the Tower in the center, so something's going to fundamentally change. You may change from a sedentary lifestyle to a lifestyle of travel and exploration, or possibly you may switch from a lifestyle that has to do with one group of people and then switch over to new people. It all depends on how you decide to handle this card. This card will be the deciding factor. You will have a choice to make a year from now in which way you want to go. Let's take a look at your next card. We have some animal spirit cards. So I have the Peacock Spirit, Let It Shine. This is a very wondrous time in your life. It's a time of a great creativity, great opportunity. I feel like you should really prepare yourself for expanding your wings, trying different things. And then we have the Hummingbird Spirit, Be Here Now. So it's like a challenge in order for you to act, to be in the direction that you want. I feel as though maybe someone is coming in with an offer, maybe about 6 months from now. Somebody's coming in for an offer to come join you on some type of journey. It could be this theme of travel and continuation of travel with someone else. Let's take a look at your Love Angel cards and see if we have any more information. I'll choose 2 one for this. We have the flirt card. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. And then let's see the second card. This could be the one. You already met the romantic partner you seek. So I feel it's almost like choosing to be with the person that you love and choosing the right direction. I think you'll be nervous throughout. Maybe this is kind of switching focus in your family, moving away from your parents a bit more emotionally and moving towards a relationship with someone who you are meant to be with. Let's take a look at your Journey of Love Oracle cards. Hold on one sec. Let's see. Your cards are Legacy of Light. Your parents have left you with a really wonderful legacy. Even if you've had a difficult relationship with your parents, there's that legacy that is positive, that is available to you now. And then we have the Guardian of the Soul Family. So this person is watching kind of your home. It's he or she is watching after the responsibilities so you can go forward with your life. I feel like you're really tempted to go a certain direction, and I think you're deeply inspired to try to in some way make a decision about which way to go that's going to change your life. And I think that you're inspired by someone else. I do feel like this person, this Page of Wands, is just temporary. They're not someone who's going to be there 5 years from now. But for the time being, I think that you'll be really drawn into an exchange, an experience. And I think it's important for you to really show your interest. Don't be shy. Don't try to dim down what's going on for you on the inside. Be prepared to share with the world who you are inside. Thank you for joining me, and I hope that you enjoyed this option. Again, you can choose a different option and a different frequency by going back to the beginning and choosing another option. You can watch this for a while, and then if it's not panning out in the way that you wanted it to, then you can shift frequency and try one of the other lights. Thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will talk with you soon. Take care. Bye. Hi guys, thanks for joining me and welcome to my channel. This is your reading for the option 2. I'm excited to be here, and so I am taking a look at what's going to happen for you a year from now in love. But if you are interested in some detailed instructions on how to use this video, please jump back to the beginning and I explain it all there. Let's take a look at your first card. So we have the Hierophant. This is the card of Taurus. This is the card of community or family. So we're talking about you coming together with others towards a common goal, towards a common outcome. I feel as though in this first card there's a lot of elation, there's a lot of happiness, there's a lot of financial strength, and you have this card jumped out, which is the Ten of Pentacles. So this is, you start the year off in a family setting. This can be within a marriage or within a larger, broader family setting. This family is providing for you a lot of sustenance. I have a feeling as though this family is in some way providing certain things for you, but in other ways they're no longer necessarily fulfilling everything that you deserve, and so therefore you start to struggle. You're feeling questions about your family members. There are, whether it's your husband, your wife, or maybe like parents, that kind of thing, siblings. On the surface it seems as though your family or community are great, but below the surface there seems to be a struggle that has evolved and things are not sitting well. For example, I feel as though maybe there are conditions under which you live. You have to be this way if you want to be accepted. So this isn't unconditional love that you're experiencing, but it's conditional love. It really starts off in a daydream. You believe everything's fine. You believe everything's okay. And then you start seeing the cracks in the wall and start realizing that all is not what it's cracked up to be. We have the Eight of Wands. I think that you make a sincere and full effort in order to address the situations, in order to make things better. And then we have the Queen of Wands. You speak with a Sag, a Leo, or an Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, secondary transits in Water, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Encouraging words are sent, and I think that there's an air of positivity that is being directed into the situation. I don't think it's necessarily intentional that this dynamic has evolved. Maybe People have differing priorities. They have different directions that they want to take. The next message is the Ten of Swords, which is Sun in Gemini. So this is what's going on for me. These cards are not necessarily placed in a specific order, but they are placed in a way that you can kind of see this as the undercurrent of what's seemingly a very happy relationship. But I feel like underneath the surface there are real problems that are restricting you from your growth. Here is the next message. We have the World. So there's possibilities to travel, to explore, to expand, and yet you stay in the same place you're in. It's almost like you're shell-shocked. You keep on choosing the same people, the same situations. And so I think that you're being called upon now to see this opportunity and not hold back from venturing out into the world. This card fell out. So this is the Prince of Swords. He's a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Secondary transits in air, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. There's a significant struggle somebody's brought into your life, but the struggle that they brought into your life is an awareness piece. It doesn't have to do with, it doesn't have to do with the fact that in and of itself what they did was stressful. Not a big deal, but stressful. However, I think that what's actually happened is that it has in some way awakened you to the realization that there's that picture perfect family setting and situation is not all it's cracked up to be. That in some way you don't get to be who you are, that you're so restricted by your circumstances. And this person has sort of, even without knowing, has outlined this awareness for you, made you aware of your circumstances. Let's take a look at your next message. We have the Prince of Wands. He's a Sag, a Leo, or an Aries. Secondary transits in air, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. There's someone who has a great passion for you, great love for you. I feel like this person wants to make things better. I think this person wants to create a turnaround. The next message is the Eight of Swords. So we have a bit of an impasse at the end of this year. I feel like maybe you're trying to deliberate about who the real love of your life is. Who is the person that you need to be with? Who is the person that you can't live without? I feel like the two people are definitely the two princes. Now, if you date women, of course, feel free to change. This person is in some way calling you to adventure, whereas this person really wants to warm up your life and improve things. So this person has a lot more to do with going somewhere else, starting again, trying a different direction. And this person has a lot to do with coming with you, supporting you, and working things out with the things that are strong in your life, the things that you can depend on. Let's take a look at some animal oracle cards to see if we have some more messages. We have the Owl Spirit card. You see clearly now. Now that has to do with the Queen of Wands, Sag, Leo, or Aries. You see some things as clear as can be. You've had the veil lifted. There was someone said something to you that was very powerful. They spoke from their spirit and they said truthfully, this is how it is, awaken now. So basically she said, from now on you see clearly, just like I said to you. And so at the same time as you're hearing the message, you're hearing me convey it to you. I often come up as this Queen of Wands. So I feel like energetically this has just happened now for you. And in some way now you are going to see over the next 3 days, 3 hours, or 3 weeks, an opportunity to change and see an aspect of your life that you have been blind to. The thing that has been making you upset is now being lifted, and now you are getting the opportunity to see the truth in the circumstances. So you've been upset or frustrated, in a minor way, because on the surface you feel as though things are well, but I think that things have been getting to you. And so in some way there's going to be these Queens of Wands, just like I showed you, that will allow you to see clearly. They're going to be your owls. Okay, so here we go. Next message, we have the Giraffe Spirit. See the big picture. So it's a big decision that you're going to have to make a year from now about which prince you're going to choose, Prince of Swords and Prince of Wands. There may be a curveball in this situation because it could be neither one of them, but it's definitely two different energies that are very distinct. This person wants to take you away. You may not end up in a relationship with this person, but they definitely want to take you away out of the current circumstances that you're in. And then the next person is the Prince of Wands, who wants to come in, help and support, and bring in information. This person is tied to some kind of friction, so you and he may, or she may have had some kind of difference of opinion at some point. Let's take a look at the Romance Angels. Now I'm turning them face down because there's two princes. So if you want to quickly choose another second level pick a card, oh, that's such a Disgia moment. If you know Disgia, the video game, it just feels like that kind of thing. So we're within a game within a game. Hey, so choose one of these options to choose between the Prince of Wands and the Prince of Swords and see if you get a second message. Pause the video now if you don't have time to choose, but let's take a look. So your first message is, so we have make the effort. The great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So I feel like if you've chosen this one, or you can use both for your messages, I feel like there is definitely a challenge in front of you, and it's kind of a challenge to face yourself. Someone who loves you wants you to rise to the challenge and do better, and I think that they're using, you know, how do they say, when you not negative reinforcement, but when you tell someone no so they do yes, so they're using like a psychological trick on you to make you confront something that you don't necessarily want to do, but I think that they're putting their love on the line, and they're challenging you to break apart from the circumstances that are causing you this kind of distress, this kind of delay that has been going on in your life. The second card that we have is past life relationship. You have known each other before. So especially if you chose the Prince of Wands for this card, either or, but I feel like this person has a huge like idea fix. He is so fixated on intervening or having some kind of effect on your life. So I think that if you chose either one, then hopefully that clarifies, but both of them are relevant for you a year from now. So I think you're being challenged to improve your life, and in some way the energy is saying like you have to try this, you have to break through your comfort zone. And the other, there's this real significant past life relationship that is this person. If it's this person, they are so fixated, it's like they don't even know why they keep doing this. Like a dog, you know how a dog comes back to you and comes back to you like that? They're completely fixated on being there for you, on dealing with circumstances to do with you, to figuring things out. Here are a couple cards. We have Sweet Soul Rising. So I feel like it's time for you to challenge the status quo of your relationships. If you're afraid to risk the good family situations that you do have, know that they will come back to you in the future. But I think it's time for you to kind of face new opportunities. I think you've been in your comfort zone too long. And then we have Loving All That Is. So I feel like you have been, in order to appease circumstances at home and with your family, you have in some way not been allowing yourself to love everything that is. And by not showing love to the world around you, you're restricting your own growth. You're putting all those swords in all these positions that you, almost like Twister, you can't necessarily get around them. So I feel like these people are coming in to help you confront some things that you're refusing to see. I think that there's a huge element here of vision, and I think that has a lot to do with this Queen of Wands, who's shifting your vision and helping you see the world, your world, for what it truly is. I hope this one helped you, and if you liked, please make sure comment and subscribe. This is the Pick a Card channel, so it's separate than the other channel. Now please go back to the beginning if you want to change your frequency. If you want more instructions on that, it's all at the beginning of the video. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Talk to you soon. Bye. Hi guys, thanks for joining me and welcome to my channel. This is your reading for your love reading for a year from now if you chose the green option. If you're just jumping into the reading, please make sure to watch the beginning of the reading with the instructions there, okay? Let's take a look at your cards. Your first card is, and we have, we have the Four of Pentacles. I feel like you're coming from a place in which there was a lot of focus on financial gain and a lot of focus on what you can achieve in financial merits, but I feel like you have broken away from those expectations. I think that maybe a Sagittarian has come into your life to help you restructure and reframe how you feel about money, how you reframe about circumstances. I feel like this person sort of, you were carrying a lot of responsibilities, and this person kind of came into your life without too many responsibilities, and for whatever reason you felt like, why are you comparing yourself to me? I'm carrying all these heavy things, I'm carrying all these responsibilities in my life, and you're wondering why the Sagittarian is comparing themselves to you, and like you're kind of unsure why this energy. It doesn't have to be a Sagittarian, but somebody with much less responsibilities is in some way comparing themselves to you. This is a love reading, and it's sort of making you feel abrupt about it, like why is this person doing that? But then at the same time, this awareness comes in that teaches you about the way you're living your life. So I think that rather than trying to hoard everything, hoard your experiences, you get into your work energy, and I think that you challenge yourself to develop even more and work really hard towards an outcome. I feel as though this is Sun in Capricorn and this is Sun in Virgo. There could be a very spiritual union happening between a Virgo person or a Capricorn person, or something to do when the Sun was in Capricorn between December and January, and when the Sun is in Virgo between August and September. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles. I love this card. A Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising secondary transits in water, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. I feel as though there's definitely a certain direction that you are going. This year is going to be a year in which you focus a lot on money and success, but I think you'll also figure out some ways to change the way that you're dealing with money. This Five of Cups, in some way, somebody's coming back into your life, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. They want you to hear something. They want to say something to you, and I feel like it's coming. You're kind of moved on from the place of having dealt with them, and now you're confronting them again or having to talk with them again. The next message is the Nine of Pentacles. There's a lot of success. It's almost like you received some very lucky set of circumstances that led you down a road of success. The next message is the Hierophant. This is an Earth card ruled by Taurus. And so I feel as though people who have certain alignments karmically, they came in and they sort of judged circumstances. I feel like they were your wake-up call and kind of forced you to face other people. So you were doing you and you were being very successful, but you sort of became isolated. And so these people came in and in some way forced you to take a look and to give an answer to the world around you. So you had to in some way confront your reality, confront the people that you know. Here is the next message. I feel like there is the Seven of Cups. I feel like there's a lot of attraction between you and another person. Two people are attracted to each other a lot because of work and because of what they have achieved. It's much less to do with money and much more to do with what you have achieved and what you have gained in this world. I feel like there is a legacy to do with disappointment, and I don't know if this is the person who's watching this, or if this, more likely than not, this feels like it's someone who has taught you this, and it sticks with you that even in circumstances where things are pretty agreeable, you come to negative conclusions about relationships and situations. So those relationships and situations sort of sour for you, and you feel really lost and unsure how to fix that. So this year is going to be a lot about how to fix that. From carrying, maybe this is like the example, you're carrying all these heavy things. You know, you're carrying all these heavy things coming into the year, and then you realize that these heavy things that you're carrying are a representation of the heavy emotions that you have been harboring in your heart, that you've been taught by someone, and it's time to release those feelings. The next message is we have the moon, very hidden feelings. You don't want to look at them. You don't want to see how someone who you trusted betrayed you. So it's a form of betrayal, whether they wanted to or not. And for whatever reason, their energy is coming back around and wanting you to look at it again. It could be in another person. It could be the same person coming back. But I think once again, you're being asked to face it, because in these sort of amazing circumstances, sorry, I live in a big city. In these amazing circumstances, I feel like even here you were still doing the behavior of carrying some very, very heavy things. And so those heavy things were a representation of the things that you were harboring in your emotions, in your mind, the negative thinking, the refusal to grow, the refusal to be grateful for what you have. That was all because of pattern learning by someone else. The next message is the Hanged Man. So by the end of next year, a year from now, you will in some way, you will be again some way confronted by the need to take a look at, your emotions, because I think once again this is a big pattern that you're breaking, so it's going to take a while to figure out, but you're being asked to break a pattern that prevents you from enjoying good moments when they're available to you. And I think that it's kind of like you're haunted by something, you know, maybe your grandmother said, and maybe, like I said, maybe it was not necessarily intended as negative, but it's left kind of a stain on your psyche or on your life. Here are two animal cards. So you have the cow spirit. The miracles are endless. So beautiful things are coming into your life. Don't, just because for a time and a place you recognize that, oh crap, I'm living 70% of my life and not enjoying it very much. This is a reminder that when you decide to get off that tree, typically the Hanged Man is on a tree, when you decide to get off that tree, those miracles are available for you. It's not like you're going to lose everything. It's just you're transmuting. You've become a hoarder of objects because you're hoarding emotions that are not good for you, that are making you doubt. So you hold down objects so that you don't necessarily feel so you feel safe and secure. You know, that lack of safety is really stemming from doubt in your mind. Maybe this is something that the Queen of Pentacles went through. Maybe your mother went through something that you saw and that really had shaken you to the core. It's not necessarily something that was done to you that was negative. Then we have the Mouse Spirit. So tend to the small things. Address the small things. Wait your turn. This second time around is coming around. So to me, this looks very cyclical. This will culminate and then it'll sort of deteriorate, and you'll see why it's deteriorating. But almost at the outset of another cycle next year, you'll begin again with hopefully a better attitude, hopefully a better self-awareness. Here are a couple angel cards to understand what's going on a bit deeper. Your first message is, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So I feel like you have been also carrying a lot of responsibilities by yourself, and I feel like this is causing you undue delays, things that you don't necessarily have to be delayed by. And then you have the honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of a holiday time together. So it's, you need to prepare yourself to a year from now to in some way break away from the negativity and enjoy the bliss of what you have, the love that you have, the relationship that you have. Okay, two more cards and then we're gonna finish up. We have the Seed of the Heart. Okay, so I feel like you had been too busy, somebody had been too busy to face a love situation, and maybe a part of it went away, or maybe it sort of went a little bit more somber, a little bit less excited. Here is the next message. We have Her Grace. So I feel like there is a lot of admiration, and I think that you're looking very beautiful. You're attracting the right kind of energy, but you're not making that connection. So you had, I think you had made a connection with someone, especially, I mean, if you're single, then you had made a connection with someone, but you refused the help. And I think that what's happened is that once again, you go into a pattern that you have to face within yourself. You're not letting people in. And so for now, I think for the next year is really tend to the small things. Such things as, you know, a personal care, getting your hair done, whatever, emotional support, whatever you need. Address the doubt that you have in your heart so that when this time comes again and you're attracting these people that see the beauty inside you, you're able to resonate with the attraction that you're receiving. Okay, so there's some instructions at the beginning of the reading, if you just jumped in, that I want you to hear. If this is not a timeline that works for you, then please go to the beginning and you'll hear how to do it. And if you are interested, please subscribe to this channel. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a wonderful year. This is a timeless reading, of course. Bye.